to encourage you all to continue sharing, to continue connecting. We're not just going to open up the WhatsApp group for everybody, but you can get connected on your own. And we're going to build something new and something that will continue to foster this community in a digital space. For now, before we formally get to the end and get to the close, I think we can wrap up this wonderful time that we've had together, this wonderful experience, giving thanks for the time we've had, the people we've met, stories we've heard. Obviously giving thanks to everyone that helped you get here. A number of people touched on the complicated visa process, the people that invited us, inspired us. Many of you were first invited or told about this from bishops, priests, religious women, pastoral workers. When we think about all the teachers that helped us get to where we are today, there's so many people, including our communities and our families, that inspired us and helped us along the way. So we give thanks for all of them and all the things that they've done over our lives to help us get to where we are. And then finally, in the name of the prefect, in the name of the Dicastery, the whole Jubilee team, including Alexandra, who I believe early, and our really dear friend Alex Rich, who was very important in getting all of the logistics and all of the work done before I wasn't able to travel to be with us. All of the people that contributed to this, and even down to the bus drivers on Friday night, and all of the people who cooked for us over this time, all of our technicians who allowed us to have microphones so we could talk, and all of the translators who have helped us bridge the gap. So many people have contributed to this event, to this time together, and so many people that you maybe never see. So we give thanks for all of them and for all the opportunity to be here. So we've come to the end. We've come to the end of this chapter and the beginning of the book. We've just gotten started. But for the last couple of sentences of this last final chapter, I want to turn it over to Natasha, if she's still here. She seems to be hiding in the back. And a big round of applause as Natasha comes up to Silvia.
She will send an email.
She will send an email.
So, always the toughest thing up to me. So how can we possibly close this? Because it's, when we were working a couple of years ago on this document towards full presence, we concluded this is not the end of a journey. It's not the end of the journey. By the way, my reflection in these days is that communication technically, on the technical level, you can invent whatever, even artificial intelligence, whatever you want, but at the end of the day is always microphones and battery. That is the problem. Okay. So I was talking about the document, about the end of the journey, which was actually the beginning of a journey, a shared reflection that would like to involve local communities. We launched this website, fully present. We launched a newsletter that Elisa was mentioning before, but still it is about personal meetings and personal relationships. You all know that you were selected because in some way you already belong to the church as communicators, even by professional work or just volunteering or whatever. But yes, for me, the discovery of this common journey is really that your work, and it's probably not just for communicators, but we are talking to the communicators, that your work is not separate at all from your spiritual journey. So if these days have contributed to make you more aware of this, we are really grateful. So what comes next? We will discover it together. So I told Colum. Okay. Okay. Oh. I'm afraid of my own voice. So I told Colum McCann before that we will ask you for suggestions, and he said, but maybe not today. It's too early. It's too early to have the real feedback. But I'm sure that will come. Maybe not from everybody, but it will come. So this thing that happened in these days was actually, yes, of course, it was logistically organized by Sylvia. It was planned by some people in the Dicastery, but it couldn't happen without the Jubilee team. So it's among us that something new will come and something new will happen in the church and in the civil society. So just, I would say, just keep the grateful memory of these days and trust that the Holy Spirit will use you as an instrument. He really takes advantage whenever we leave a space from him. So even if not everything is planned and not everything is prepared, if we trust God and trust each other, something new can happen. So thank you for being with us, and thank you for what will be your next steps in the journey. And I don't know, I think that the prefect should have, if not the last word, at least a word.